fun. It's all about values, clean entertainment, godly living.
Amen, brother.
Who would have thought that those bearded redneck duck hunters would this year have the #1 reality show on all the TV?
Hey, I want to hunt them alligators. Yeah, baby.
It's been crazy. It's because of people like you that make that happen. If you watch the show, whenever you get on Facebook and Twitter and all that, you talk about it. Let me tell you, the people in Hollywood pay attention to that stuff. The people in New York, they watch the masses of people and didn't think something like that would work. But you know, it's amazing, the guys down here in the South, how we can entertain the whole country, huh?
That's right.
With our shows, with our music. I appreciate you guys for doing that. Because you're the ones that make it happen. We go all over the country every weekend, kind of telling what we're all about. And I tell you what, with the ratings like they are, everybody's paying attention. People ask me all the time. They say, Willie, how do you guys stay humble? How do you stay real? You know, with all the fame and what's going on with it. And well, if you ever want to stay humble, you just go to the internet. That'll humble you. This is a real news story. Thieves, this is in Somersworth, New Hampshire. I ain't never been there, but here's what happened. Thieves stole a life-size cutout of Duck Dynasty's Willie at the Walmart Vision Center, and they want it back. Anybody ever seen that cutout? Willie was so popular that one couple made off with him. They were laughing and posing, and then grabbed the 6.5-foot tall cutout, put it in their carriage, and wheeled it out the door. Now look, I ain't one to give Walmart advice on anything, but you got a major security problem if you can stick a 7-foot tall cutout in your buggy and walk out the door. That's like me in your buggy. I told you this was going to humble me, because at this point I'm thinking I'm kind of a big deal. Well, they interviewed old Carrie McNeil. She's the manager. And Carrie says, they didn't call the police because, quote, Willie has no real value. And she goes on, he's not really worth anything, so we didn't bother. Come on, Carrie, I'm trying to help you sell vision products at Walmart. Willie could have done some good as a donation item. So if I ever get a chance up in New Hampshire, I'm going to go see Carrie. We'll see if we can replace that. We go by a simple motto, my family does. It's faith, it's family, and ducks. In that order. Now you got to keep them in order. So for you, it may be something else. Faith, family, whatever you want to put to it. Maybe deer. For us, it was ducks. People say, why in the world did you get on these ducks? Well, I'd have to put that one on my father, Willie Robertson. So if you ask me who is most like they are on the show in real life, that'd be my dad, actually. Let me tell you something, that cat, you know when he's telling my kids, you know, giving them the sex talk, that's the same speech I got, all right? Just as embarrassing as it is now. Phil grew up really poor over in northwest Louisiana. He got out of it through athletics. He went over to Louisiana Tech, played quarterback. Guy came right behind him named Terry Bradshaw. You saw what Terry went on to do. Dad stepped off. He said, yeah, he quit the team. Because here's the problem. Duck season and football season are the same time. So about 3 years was all he could take of that. He said, I got to get back on them ducks. And he ends up going off and really messing his life up. He ends up running a bar in Junction City, Arkansas. He had a master's degree, pretty much thrown it all away. And there was a dispute at the bar. And so Phil, in all his wisdom, puts the owners of the bar in ICU and then goes and lives in the woods for 4 months. Now look, we've all been there, right? You know on TV when the helicopter's going over the trees and they're looking for the suspect? Yeah, it was my dad in there. His buddies ended up going in there and finding him. He was laid up in a cypress log, had 106-degree fever. He was almost dead. He drugged back to West Monroe, Louisiana. Came back to my mom. She forgave him. He said, I'm about through with all that living. Without that, there wouldn't be no Duck Dynasty, I can tell you that. Now, I came to the business a little differently. We grew up making duck calls, dipping duck calls. My ends of my fingers were stained with tongue oil. It was always embarrassing. I said, man, I'm getting out of here as soon as I get 18. And grew up doing it. But I always kind of was business-minded. So when I was in 5th grade, somebody gave my dad a case of Hubba Bubba bubble gum. Well, I kind of was thinking, wait a minute, if I can sell this gum 25 cents a piece, I ain't got no money in it, so it's all profit. And oh, the kids love that Hubba Bubba. And I thought, well, I ain't stopping here. So I went down to cash and carry. I was buying cases of candy. The books went out of my locker and candy went in, and I was selling and business was good. I had all the good stuff, not the crappy stuff that the concession stand had. So my business was going awesome until the principal called me in. He said, Willie, are you selling candy out of your locker? I said, is that a problem? Because I don't remember that being against the rules. He said, yeah, you got to shut that down. The concession stand said that the sales were down.